Hi, in this clip we'll talk about payment technologies. We look at definition and their diffusion, we identify the main players on the market, and we look at the technological domains wherein they're applied. Payment technologies are the largest and oldest, almost traditional fintech segment. Technologies here are developed and deployed to facilitate market-based, that is in retail, and firm-to-firm payments. In the last 15 years, we've assisted to a fast growth in e-commerce, cashless payment, mobile transaction, one-to-many payments, for example, as in on digital platforms. And innovation in payment technology is driven both by retail and corporate demand for seamless, cheap, fast and hassle-free operations. The cashless revolution, as it's been termed, put payment technology on a path to $725 billion by 2020. But there are some indicators that highlight how important they are for our economies. In Sweden, for example, cash-based transactions are at a historical low of 2% of all transactions. In the UK, contactless payment overcame other means of retail payment in 2017 and are still growing. Worldwide, payment technologies handle about 7 trillion of merchant payment processing. We also have to take into account the fact that of the 120 trillion business-to-business payment, only 40% is handled through payment technology. This means that there is plenty of room to grow in that area. So practicality, low cost and general acceptance of this technologies-based payment make payment technology diffuse fast in retails. They increase innovation in products and service, and of course also in the organization of these processes. And they extend the diffusion to complementary sectors from retail banking to financial transactions, insurance, and new emerging alternative finance operator can integrate these technologies upon their platforms. The main players in payment technologies, the development and introduction of new payment tech is driven by the innovation in fintechs. It's a demand-driven sort of growth. Therefore, traditional players, those who operate in the card payment and the banking sector, hold a steady hand in the marketplace. There are high-performing new fintech companies that are occupying many important niches, especially those where traditional players charge either high fees or they operate at suboptimal levels. Such fields may be remittances and international money transfers, one-to-many payment solution, for example, those linked to platform-based transactions, and new applications in open banking. In fact, fintech firms' capability are employed to capitalize on their competitive advantage by providing payment services to traditional players, but also to extend their reach through partnering. So traditional players, they feel like left behind and invest a lot in payment technology. They buy in technological solution from companies, and they actually also buy whole fintech companies to integrate their technologies within their operations. In terms of major global players in the payment technology area, we see that large credit and debit card companies such as American Express, MasterCard, Maestro are still holding a firm grip. Also, large global banks such as Barclays, Bank of America, Citi and Wells Fargo, they are a major player in this fintech segment, as well as large fintech companies that are linked to major financial institutions, the case of Chase Payment Tech. Of course, online banks were the first to introduce such forms of payment and mobile electronic transaction. These are ING Bank and BBVA. Of course, there are specialized fintech payment providers such as TSYS, Agent, Concardis, and Cielo in South America, who is an emerging player. Of course, digital platforms such as Amazon, Alibaba, and WeChat, and ICT giants such as Apple, Google, and Samsung are capitalizing on the huge platforms in order to test, deploy, and diffuse their own payment tech solutions. One curiosity is PayPal, that's in operation since 1998. Now, PayPal is the oldest payment tech company who still is in operation and has a leading global position. Technologies in payment tech. Well, there isn't a single standard that is emerging. However, there are groups of competing sometimes and complementary at others technological solutions that are being widely leveraged to extend market share and geographical reach. This leading technology as QR code payment, these are some entry-level technologies for payment and transaction. There are also near-field communication technologies for debit and credit card payment at the point of sale. Of course, digital wallets are making a mark on the market, and remote payments and wireless application protocol are used for high quantity, a huge mass of payment. So the payment sector segment in the fintech is rather mature, and the diffusion of compatible technology is now very fast. Payment technology can be found in many operation and platform providing services. These include alternative finance such as peer-to-peer lending and crowdfunding. Thank you.